Okay, let me finish with this amusement. So, uses of random walks, right? So, I will show you, of course, very useful things, but this is quite an enjoyable one. This is from. Usually, I bring in a tie and try to tie it. So, this is in Nature in 1999. But the idea was, what are all the possible ties? So let's enumerate all possible ties that might exist. And it was from a random walk on a hexagonal lattice idea. And so it was structured like this, right? So this is where you tie it to where the tie goes to the left as you're making the knot, or to the right, or out through the center. And whether it comes out or goes in, right? So that's why there are two directions. So you've got three ways you can go, and in or out. All this sort of stuff. It's whether it's oriented as a mirror image as well. They go into some paints to kind of explain that. Active end, passive end, it's very, very enjoyable. And then they get to this business. So they enumerated all of these and kind of discovered some pretty good ones in terms of symmetry. So there's these measures of aesthetics, right? So you just make all these random knots, right? And stop them after some, let this thing knot itself. And eventually it comes out through the middle, and that's a completed knot. So this is the Windsor, so I went to a boarding school, and then the big kids told me, you must use the Windsor, right? Because you look like an idiot if you don't use this. So you were taught to do this. But I realized when I read this paper that I was making a mistake. So anyway, it's a somewhat complicated thing. And it's about the symmetry. So some of these measures are, let's see, so this is the number of moves, this is the total number of moves. Here is H, right, how many things. The number of times it comes to the center. There's a winding number, which is hilarious, like how many times it goes this way versus this way, because that's a symmetry piece. Super enjoyable. Anyway, random walks for fashion. But it was pretty good, because they did discover these, these are the ones that people use. And then there are a few others that were quite reasonable that no one had introduced into the world.